So I think it was last episode we were talking about AI. Do you remember we were talking about AI and taking over creativity? Well, I finally managed to figure out how to use AI in some way.
Ooh.
And I asked it some questions, and I thought I'd propose the questions to you.
Okay.
So I asked it. Maybe you can guess after. So
okay,
you'll guess after what I asked it. Okay.
Okay.
So I asked it to write a script though for this podcast.
Okay.
And okay, so I thought I'd read the host, which is me, and you're the guest in this setup that I've created. And then at the end of it, you can be like, "Oh yeah, this is what I think you might have asked AI to write a script for." Okay.
Okay. So what? So you've sent this to me now, yeah?
No, I'm just going to tell you. I'm just going to read it, and then you're going to answer, and then I'll read, and then okay. So here's what we'll do. I'll read what it thinks I should ask you.
Okay. It
has also written your answers, and then we'll see if you're off.
Okay. All right, I like it. Yeah, I like it.
So
I think I get this.
This is an AI script for this podcast.
Okay, brilliant.
Okay. So, host, this is me. Welcome to our show, where we talk to the most interesting and accomplished people in the world of sports and beyond. Today, we're joined by professional mountain biker Ollie Wilkins, who has made a name for himself in the world of off-road cycling. But as we'll learn, his passions extend far beyond the trails. Ollie, thanks for joining us today.
So a computer has done this. It's great to be here. Answer. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
So let's start by talking about your career as a mountain biker.
Okay.
How did you get into the sport, and what has been your biggest accomplishment so far?
I started getting into the sport when we moved to the countryside, and I'd go on family bicycle rides. I think a natural progression was that I'd learn to wheelie and then to jump, and I went from there. And what was the next question? The next bit? What's been my biggest achievement?
What's biggest accomplishment so far?
My biggest accomplishment so far. I don't know, and I'm terrified at the thought of AI making my biggest accomplishment. What it does, because that's really scary. That is, because it's just going to make it. It's going to make something. It's going to say something that's just so not my biggest accomplishment. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, that's amazing. Congratulations. So, you're a professional athlete, but you have a few other passions as well. Tell us about your love for jet skis.
Oh, I just love the. I think jet skis perfectly represent true freedom and success, and that's why I got into jet skis. Yeah, I think they're really great. What's the next question?
It sounds like you're a bit of an adrenaline junkie, Ollie, and I heard you're also a fan of home renovations.
You didn't feed any information into this.
I'll tell you after what I asked it. It's pretty.
Yeah. Currently, painting my house. Yeah, I am a fan of home renovations. They're great fun.
And you also enjoy machinery videos. Why is that?
Yeah, I actually do. I like watching diggers. Yeah, diggers. I think it's just because I have a child's brain in an adult's body.
And finally, let's talk about your love of reptiles. How did that come about?
I was really into snakes when I was younger, and into nature and learning all about snakes. They're my favourite animal. Right, can we just make it clear? It's written my answers.
Yeah, so I, in theory, could have given you your answers that you'd tell me.
That is so weird.
Okay, it is weird, isn't it? Okay, so I'll just wrap it up. Host, this is me. It's clear that you have a lot of interest, Ollie, and you seem to be very good at everything you do. It's been great having you on the show. Thank you for sharing your story with us today.
Thanks, Robot Davey. Appreciate you, dude.
And that's all we have time. That's all we have time for today, folks. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Like the thing,
I literally wrote a whole script,
dude. The thing about it is that it does pass, and it does a good job, right?
Yeah.
So it does pass, but the magic is gone from, and I think that's what we need to always consider.
So automated.
Yeah, and like it's going to get better, but still the magic is gone, and you're not going to get like all of the things that actually make life interesting for me. And not.
Here's what I asked it. Create a podcast interview script for a professional mountain biker who loves jet skis, home renovations, machinery videos, and reptiles. And that's what it came up with.
There you
go. The first one was funny though. Like your answer when I asked you about your how you got into the sport and stuff, and it says your answer should have been. Okay, so the question was, so let's start by talking about your career as a mountain biker. How did you get into the sport and what has been your biggest accomplishment so far? Your answer should have been, I've been riding bikes since I was a kid, but I didn't start getting into it seriously until I was at college. I started competing in local races, and before I knew it, I was travelling all over the country to compete in bigger and bigger events. I've had a lot of great moments in my career, but I think winning the national championship last year was probably the biggest accomplishment. It literally wrote that.
So right. So it's not okay. So it's not scouring the internet for actual information about me.
No.
See that?
It probably could though.
Exactly.
It probably could.
Yeah. How weird is that? So that's just it just lied for me on one national.
Yeah, that just made it up like on the spot. Yeah, I just literally made it up on the spot.
But I mean,
interesting though, huh?
It's so interesting. Yeah, it creeps me out so much. It really does creep me out.
I asked it. I also asked it. What did I ask it here? Just create a list of questions to make an interesting podcast. I just asked it that, and it came up with 10 of those as well. Weird.
We're playing with it now. That's the problem. This is the start of fucking all kinds of sci-fi movies where the human race gets wiped out. The human race always gets wiped out. It's not. It actually terrifies me, and I don't think there's any good in it. We want people telling stories. We want human.
100%.
We want humans.
No, I don't think there's any good in it at all. I just interested how it would work if I just typed that in, and it was really hard to make it not make it work, but you have to wait until the server's free.
Yeah.
So you can request that it makes something for you. And if it's okay, can we switch to an ad break real quick because I'm gonna wet myself,
mate. I was about to say, let's go to an AI ad break. What would the AI say?
AI athletic green.
Awful.
Did you enjoy this clip? If so, please like and subscribe. The full episode is available by hitting one of the links on the screen right now, or type the Ride Companion into your favourite podcast app. We've even put links in the show description for you. Cheers!